Got some more wood chips here being put to work. Let me just show you what's left of the pile over here. My buddy brought those out when he came to pick up his logs that I sawed for him. And I just started, I was going to put them all out where the garden's going to go, but I thought, well, for now I have a better use for them. And so I'm putting them in here in the low spots in the little goat barnyard we have, just to fill it in. It seems kind of wasteful, but at least this way when these get wet, because here, walking through here, when this gets wet, we got to put on rubber boots when we're walking through, 3 inches of mud. It's nasty, nasty. So at least now, if it rains and it gets wet, you'll be up on the chips. It'll feel kind of spongy, but you're not going to be in the mud. So kind of wasteful, but I don't really ever see spreading chips anywhere as wasteful because they're going to build the soil. The other one, I put 2 bucketfuls in here in the baby goat pen, and same thing, just filled in a little low spot that was over here behind their house that would hold water, and out here all along the edges of the fence will hold water. So just got all those built up just so the little baby goats aren't wandering around in water. So we'll see as it kind of spreads out and compacts, and as they kick it around. They definitely don't kick it around like a chicken or something would, so I had to get in there and fork it out. And I got a little block of wood for them in there to play on. That was one of the chunks. There's another bigger chunk laying over there. So we'll see if they want to bounce around on that or not. But anyway, just spreading them out. I mentioned in my video about planting the grass seed, how I also used them as an underbedding for the grass seed, because actually these chips has a lot of pine needles and a lot of fines. There's a lot of stuff in here that was raked up out of flower beds. It's not just pure wood chips. So it's not quite as carbon loaded as the first load that I got that I put out where the garden and orchard's going to be. But anyway, just thought I'd share this. Every time we rake out we're using smaller wood chips as the animal bedding. So every time we rake their sleeping areas out here, we just rake it out into their pen. And same thing, just let it sits out here. It'll soak up excess moisture and then dry it out faster. And then of course it'll just, over time, it'll just build more and more material. So that's the idea with that, but hopefully this works out. And I've got some left over so I can put a few more loads in if I need. But this is cool. My wife she's like, oh, I feel like you built it up way too high, which of course this morning I hadn't raked it out yet, so it was like 2 feet high. But I reminded her that as these chips start to rot and break down and compact, before long she'll be asking me to put more in here. I almost guarantee you. Anyway, just thought I'd share that and show that to you guys. Just using the chips in place of dirt, but the point being that the dirt becomes mud when it gets wet and the chips will not.